in like a Marvel movie, right? He's in Black Adam, I think, coming out.
Oh, that's not a Marvel movie, but yeah, he was. Also, that didn't. It's not coming out. It came out 2 years ago. Come on, Movie Pass.
Stop. Oh my God. Are you serious? Wait, it already came out?
Yeah, that's The
Okay,
Rock.
well, that's their fault. Sorry. Because I'm very up with it.
Oh, you know who shouldn't wear flip flops? Not Miley
Um,
Cyrus. She's
all
fine
men.
with it. Men, yeah. Put them dogs away. I don't
All
want to see
men
it. I don't
everywhere.
want to even think about it. I saw a
I
guy at the
know.
grocery store yesterday and I was like, oh, he's cute. And then I rounded the corner and saw his sandals, his leather sandals. And
No.
nope, never mind. Take it back. Get that shit
I
out of here.
I really agree, and I've always felt that way. Like, I feel like I remember being a kid and being like, "Men in sandals, it's just something is not right," especially the Velcro ones. Like, I was just like, "There's something not right about men who wear Velcro
It's
sandals."
unsettling.
It's really unsettling, and this is one of those moments where I'm like, I have to work towards closing the divide between the parties and see the other side. And what do they call it? Reach across the aisle, party lines, whatever. Because like now
I'll
I
reach
have
across the aisle when they put them dogs away. Put them away.
that's your negotiation is just do no sandals. Yeah, I hate it. I mean, in Florida it was like really common, so I was just like used to it, but it was always a turn off. And now when I see a guy in sandals, I'm like, oh, are we going to the beach? No.
Yeah.
So then
They're in a fucking
why?
Walmart. I'm like, yeah, okay, if you're
No.
at a beach, if you're at a resort, if you're on a cruise,
Yeah.
like walking around
Mhm.
the pool
Yeah.
deck, that's one
I know.
thing. That's fine. It's the appropriate setting. But
Yeah.
it's like seeing somebody in like stripper boots at the Dollar General. Okay? Like time
That
and
is
place.
not where this is.
Time and place. Okay?
That is not where this
Slay,
is.
but not
Slay,
here.
but not here. Slay, but not here. Yeah, no, sorry to all my guy friends listening to this. It's like I love you, but I just yeah, I can't do the sandals. Would you ever not date someone? Obviously, you're married. We love Nick. Shout out Nick. Would you ever date
Yeah,
someone like if you're dating
correct.
someone and say like the third date you find out it's over after that point?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I'm sorry.
Immediately.
That's something you can't change about somebody. If they think that wearing sandals in public
Bro,
as a man with them toes is okay, I just no, dude,
I'm gonna
no.
turn off the comment section for this episode.
Sorry, not sorry. Men's feet should be abolished. Put on socks and shoes,
Abolish
please.
the feet. Abolish the feet. Oh
Like
my
I
god.
just
No, I
mm.
get it. I'm trying not to be too political on this episode. I'm trying to save the politics for November, but I really understand it. And also it's like there's this other layer of like flip-flops are like inherently not great for you to wear. Like they're not great for your feet for like a bunch of reasons. So like wearing them for like long periods of time, like say Disney for example, I'm like,
Oh,
so you don't
uh-uh.
know about like podiatry then is what you're really telling me.
Right.
It's like you don't know about like healthcare and
That's how I
like
feel about the
your
women
care.
in the high heels at Disney too. I'm like, girl, how? How?
Excuse me, what? Hold on.
Number one,
And
how? Number
rewind
two,
that for one.
why?
Wait, what? I don't think I've ever seen that. I've seen maybe
Yeah.
a wedge and been like, girl,
Yeah, I
you
mean, either
thought,
way,
but
anything that's like
healed in any way.
elevated, right? Like
Elevated,
not like
yeah.
platform. I can get like a platform.
Yeah,
Num- your ankles and your calves must be killing you at the end of the day wearing heavy shoes
absolutely.
like that. But like, no, just like a straight up heel. Also, like blowouts and like full faces of makeup. I don't know
Oh, yeah.
how.
Yeah, I never understood the blowouts and the makeup. I remember when we were in summer camp and we would go to like water parks or theme parks sometimes as like the special trip of the whole time. And we would see like women, like adult women. Oh man, we got to come back to that cuz those were fun. Those
Those were
trips,
very
summer
fun.
camp. But like
Just
adult
Florida
women
things.
Just Florida things, and, like, just being, like, so confused, and I'm like, "She looks really pretty, but why is she wearing so much makeup? It's 90 degrees." Like, I was young and could still compute that, like, maybe that's not a good idea.
I mean,
But
to each their own. I'm not knocking it. I just
no,
want to
it's more
know.
just practicality per things, you know?
Yeah, I just want to know why and how.
That's fucking funny, though. Yeah, sorry to all the men I love that wear flip-flops. Yeah, Sahil early on, oh my god. He would wear, like, the slides with socks. It's a wonder and a miracle. I'm allowing him to marry me in a few I'm allowing him to marry me.
My
No,
dad is a
it's
socks and slides guy around the house, and anytime he
yeah.
tries to wear it to like the grocery store,
Nope. Oh,
my
yeah, no,
stepmom
around the
curbed that
house.
shit quickly.
Oh, yeah, around the house is fine. If we're exiting the that's just, like just I don't know what it is. It's like my OCD, but I'm like, "No." And recently I saw this video of this, Canadian dancer. She's an influencer, I don't remember her name, but she lives in Paris now. She's one of the dancers from Moulin Rouge, and she was like, "One of the first things when I moved to Paris was like, oh, I'm not wearing sweatpants, like, outside, not even for a second. So I just wear, like, a pair of jeans that are, like, kinda comfy or whatever." And
Right,
it's like
right.
even, like, that, like, subtle shift, I'm like, "Yeah, like, why do I wear sweatpants all the time too much? Maybe I should just throw on some jeans." Like, try to make it, like, a little bit nicer, not just, like,
Yeah.
full PJs. Nowadays, I'm at the mall, I see, like, people my sister's age who are, like, 15, 16, 17, just in, like, pajama pants, just out. Do you see
I don't
that?
understand the thing of
Okay,
like a
you see that
of
too,
like a
right?
fancy shirt and then like sweatpants.
Yeah,
I'm like,
sweatpants, but I'm talking about specifically pajama pants.
yeah, yeah,
Have you seen that?
yeah.
Okay, what are your
But
thoughts
like
on that?
girls when we were teens did that shit too.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. The Cookie Monster girls.
I'm
The
sorry,
Cookie
what?
Monster girls that had their pajama pants.
Cookie Monster girls? What's
You
that?
never was aware of the Cookie Monster girls?
No. Is
You
that something you have to
know who the
tell
fuck
me
I'm talking
offline?
about. Like
Telepathically send it to me.
it's the girls that are in like their pajama pants and their fucking baggy shirts and they've got like you know the Cookie Monster hat. You know the Cookie Monster like flat brim hat that was like all the rage in
I'm sorry.
2012.
I have to pause really quick.
You have to do some research.
Cookie
The
Monster
swagged
hat.
out kids and the Cookie
Oh, like
Monster girls.
swaggy
Yeah.
kids?
But like there was
Swag.
a variation of those kids that was like in pajama pants.
Oh, what's that? I can't hear you over my swag. Wait, is it this? Like this kind of vibe, but a girl?
Yeah, but then she'd be in like PJ pants
PJ pants? Okay.
or just like
Oh,
super baggy sweatpants or
the
whatever.
snapback
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
Girl, what you talking about? Cookie Monster.
It's a Cookie
Oh my
Monster
god,
hat.
please look at this.
What does that say?
It's a vape and Skrillex kinda night.
It's a vape and Skrillex kind of night.
Just early
That's
Tumblr
sad because I
thing.
don't even think vape really existed at the height of Skrillex. You just had to go full on
You
ciggies.
just you just said, "You know, that's not historically
That's
accurate."
it's not historically accurate to put vape and Skrillex in the same. Oh my
She said,
god.
"It's not historically accurate." I'm the set designer here. Wait,
Listen,
hold on.
e-cigs was the first one. It was like
Yeah, girl.
e-cigarettes that came
Barf.
out for like old people who were trying to quit smoking.
Oh my
And
god.
then came like vapes. And again, it was like just to help people quit smoking. They had like menthol and original flavor. And then
Back when we thought it was to help people quit
right,
smoking,
right.
right?
And then they
Like
put flavors like juicy fruit and
and then they wonder
pineapple.
why kids are like, "Yum, yum, 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 yum," like, you know, or, like, addicted. I know.
Yep.
Let's have an anti-tobacco, like, like, take down the vape companies.
Big nicotine.
Big nicotine dude, I saw, a job description, it was like, "Yo, you get to do, like, design and research and advertising and, like, you do this," and it was, like the salary was insane. It was, like, 200K or something, and for, like, somebody with, like, 2 years of experience, and I was like, "Oh, shit, Imma apply to that." Like, okay, and then I scroll and it's fucking like a vape fake e-cigarette thing. I'm like, in
Oh
good
god.
conscience, I cannot do that. Like, while that money sounds great, I no, just like can't. And I'm like, is it higher because of that? Like to just buy your conscience? So I don't know. Good luck to whoever
Um
gets that job. I texted my friend who I was like, guess who Sahil just saw at Panera? He goes, Jack Black.
I wish.
That would be like argue. I mean, I don't want to compare. It'd be cool in a different way.
Yeah.
It would be
Yeah.
so cool though to just like see Jack Black. I would die.
Personally, for me, it would be cooler. That's a celebrity that I think that I could approach and be
Yeah.
somewhat normal because their normal is also
Right.
skewed.
Be like, you know, you mean so
Oh
much
my
to me. I don't
god,
have
you're
to.
Jack
Yeah.
Black, and he'd be like,
Yeah.
"Oh my god, I am Jack Black."
Yeah. He would. Yeah. Yeah. He would be like, oh my
Yes.
God, I am. Yeah. Wait, have you seen the where he goes on Fallon and he plays that little saxophone thing?
Yes, I
That's the
love that video.
best.
Love
I
Jack Black.
aspire to have Jack Black confidence and humor. But
Did
yeah,
you
that's one of
see?
those.
I saw a TikTok the other day of somebody like driving by and like come around a corner and Jack Black is like standing at a bus stop or something, or he's like waiting to cross the
Oh,
street. He's just like standing on the side of the road with a backpack on. And
Tenacious D, one half of Tenacious D. Nacho
dude,
Libre.
oh my god, Nacho Libre was a good fucking movie, dude.
I couldn't
The
get down with
height
it.
of weird movies was
Mhm.
like the Nacho Libre, School of Rock, Napoleon Dynamite,
Oh, yeah,
Blades
yeah.
of Glory,
It
Step
was that.
Brothers.
Yeah,
Like, that was peak comedy movies to
yeah,
me.
for sure.
I
Yeah,
I
that was,
loved
like,
Nacho Libre.
weird. It
Yes.
was I didn't jam with Nacho Libre. I don't know why. There was
Neither
something
dude.
honestly about the look of the movie and, like, the cinematography that I was like, "I feel like I'm just not gonna vibe with this movie." Like, I don't know why, but I felt similarly about Napoleon Dynamite, but I loved it. I know, but I loved it. I just meant, like, I don't think I'm gonna like this
Oh, and
'cause
then you
it's,
did
like, a
like it.
little and then I was just like, "This is hilarious." It's just, like, that off-putting comedy that I
Yes.
miss. It's like, you don't like any of the characters necessarily, like
It's the comedy that
Benchwarmers.
you watch once and go, "What the fuck was that?" And then you watch it
Yes.
again and you're like, "Actually, that's the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life."
It's so funny.
That's how I felt about the first season of Big Mouth. The
Oh,
first season of Big Mouth,
yeah.
I was like, "Why are we watching teenagers talk about dicks?"
I know, in
Like
cartoon
tweens. Why
form.
are we watching middle
Yeah.
schoolers
I was like,
and
"I'm
cartoon
uncomfy."
penises? Yes.
Yeah.
And then the second time I watched it through, I was like, "Oh, actually, this is really fucking funny. This
Yeah.
is really
Big Mouth
fucking
is
funny."
funny. It needs a second watch, I think, or, like, it needs some, like, incubation time for sure.
Yes.
Because I
Yeah.
also was like, "This is just, like, off-putting and gross." I think we grew up around the height of, like, the sex comedy, you know what I mean? Like, whereas, like where it's like these rom-coms, but the humor is all kinda like sex jokes and stuff and just, like ooh, I just hit my nose. Like super bad or like whatever. Is it super
Yes.
bad? Super 8? I can't remember now.
Superbad was a funny movie. Yes. That's
Super
the
bad.
one with McLovin. Yeah.
Yes. Oh my god, McLovin. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's so many like funny iconic movies like Step Brothers. I loved. Took me a while to watch Step Brothers. I was like I thought it was going to be like more violent than it was.
Dude. Dude.
It's so
Dude.
funny.
Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky
Talladega
Bobby.
Nights, baby.
We
Oh
watched that
god.
movie so
Oh my
many
god.
times.
We also had no business watching that movie.
None at all.
Absolutely 0 business watching that movie.
No, no.
I, like, still quote Talladega Nights often. Why is that not recirculated in the
I'ma
culture?
come at you like a spider
"I'm gonna
monkey.
come at you like a spider monkey." And that also gave us,
You were 11
I was
and I
11,
was 9 when this movie came
and we
out.
were, like,
We were
obsessed.
on
"I'm gonna come at
repeat.
you like a spider monkey." Oh,
Dear
don't
Lord,
forget
baby
Daddy Daycare.
Jesus.
Don't forget Daddy
Yes,
Days.
Daddy
"Dear Lord, baby
Daycare.
Jesus, we like to thank" da 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 da. Yeah. Oh,
My smoking hot
dude.
wife.
My smoking hot wife. I love me some Willie, some Will Ferrell.
Oh
Where
my
and John
god.
C. Riley. What else was in what else is quotable? Is that the one where we get I'm tired of this, Grandpa? Well, that's
No,
too dang bad. What is
that's holes. That's
What?
holes, dude.
You're shitting me. That's not
I'm not
holes.
shitting you. That's holes.
Okay, wait, hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
That
'Cause
is holes, my guy.
you're joking. No way. I'm tired of this, Grandpa. Wait, cause holes
Because
is
the
like
one who goes, I'm tired of this grandpa, is Sigourney Weaver's character. It's little baby Sigourney. I don't remember her.
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
I remember that being funnier though. Maybe it's just become
It's
funny.
only funny in like internet context. It was not funny in the
Wow. It's
movie.
not funny in the movies. That's
No.
sad. She's digging.
Yeah.
I'm
And
tired of
then
this,
she starts a
Grandpa.
like concentration camp for troubled teens.
And it was on Disney. Dude, you really said you're so right though. It was.
She
Okay, wait, hold
said,
on.
"This is a prison camp
Where
for
they
troubled
just
teens."
dig shit that it also feels like there's a way more efficient way to find whatever it is they're trying to find. Dude,
Like
Shia
ground
though.
x-rays, dude. But
Shia
then you've
like
got to like pay for teams of people to come
yeah.
in and like
This
heavy
was like
equipment and stuff.
right. The implication is like it's middle of nowhere, there's no money, no oversight, whatever. Okay, so I just pulled up quotes. If you ain't first, you're last. Talladega Nights, baby.
Ain't
Ricky
first your
Bobby.
last.
Ricky, but I want to go fast. Dear 8 pounds, 6 ounces, newborn infant baby Jesus, don't even know word yet. Oh my God. I like to picture Jesus in a tuxedo t shirt because it says, I want to be formal, but I'm here to
But
party.
I'm
I
here to
remember
party.
that.
Yeah, John C.
Oh
Riley
my
said
God.
that. John
Yeah,
C.
he
Riley
does.
character
He's
said that.
Kyle
Shake
Naughton
and
Jr.
bake.
Shake and bake,
Gotta
baby.
shake it
Shake it
and bake it.
and bake it. Dude, we used to say shake and bake all the time.
Yep.
Again, I'm 11, you're 9. We're just like,
But I
she
wasn't allowed
said,
to watch like Dude, Where's My Car until I was like 14. But I could go
I think
ham
that
on
was because
Talladega
of the
Nights.
weed references, probably. They probably were
Probably.
like, let's try to keep them away from the marijuana as much as possible. Help me, Jesus. Help me, Jewish God. Help me, Allah. Help me, Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise, use your witchcraft on me to get the fire off me. Oh, yeah, that was great. The sticker is dangerous and inconvenient, but I do love Fig Newtons. Oh my
I don't know
God,
what to
that's
do with my
funny.
hands.
Oh
That's
my
what
God, do
I
you
say
remember
all the time.
yes, I don't know what to do with my hands.
I
Do
don't
you
know what
remember the
to do with my
opening
hands.
credits was America is all about speed. Hot, nasty, badass speed. Eleanor Roosevelt. That was like the opening. Dear Lord, baby Jesus, lying there in your ghost manger, just looking at your baby Einstein developmental videos, learning about shapes and colors. I'd like to thank you for bringing me and my mama together, and also that my kids no longer sound like I can't even say. I can't even say it's so bad. The R word, gangbangers.
Oh my god.
Like we just really said, yeah, you could say that in a movie. That's
Yep.
fine.
Yep.
That's fine.
It was a
Anyway,
different time.
yeah, that was great. Okay, let's get to question of the pod. We'll give it a fun name, but question of the week. Okay. So I don't like any of these questions. Hold on. Drum roll.
He said, I'm gonna actually make up my own because I don't
I
like any of
know.
these.
Oh gosh, these are kind of deep, dude. Are we trying to get that deep right now?
I
Okay, here
feel
we go.
like all of them are that deep.
They're pretty deep. Okay, what aspect of being together in person do you miss the most?
Pretty much this. Like just kiki
Aw.
and haha. And I'm glad we're
Kiki,
doing this
haha.
because it's not every day, in being on the internet and being in real life and being an adult that you get to just like sit down for over an hour and just like kiki haha with your buds.
Hee hee ha ha hee hee. I totally get that. I feel the same way. Before we started recording, I was like, I'm like so excited to be getting married and whatever, and like just the whole like festivities part, but like party and stuff. But I'm the most excited that you're going to be in my
I
city,
am the
in my home.
highlight of your wedding.
You
Sorry,
are.
Sahil, but
No, yeah. Sorry, Sile. Sorry, everybody that's coming. Like my family that's coming from Puerto Rico. Like
suck
they're
it. I'm
suck
better.
it. Yeah, like sorry, but you're coming like a week. I mean, you're gonna be here for
Yeah,
like a week
literally
basically.
a week. Yeah.
Yeah, and you're coming. We're gonna go see Hosey, Toasty, Hosey, Hosier. And I'm just so excited. I'm like thinking about like I should be thinking about wedding ship, but I'm like, oh my god, we could film, we could like get tattoos, we could
Watching
like
Hosier, we might get
watch
tattoos. We're gonna be
Hosier,
going to the markets and thrift stores
going
and
to the all the
farmers
thrifty
markets
stores.
and
Maybe we'll see Jeremy Allen White sometime
getting
somewhere.
flowers
Maybe
at that
getting
flower shop.
flowers at the freaking Studio City place
Flowers
he
as big
goes.
as him.
Flowers the size of him. Just you know what's crazy? When I go to the farmers market now, I see people just carrying big ass flowers now, and I'm like, I know that you just saw him do that, and you're doing it, and I respect that. But let's just be aware that I know that where this is coming from.
Who's
Like I
not
just
cutting the stems off of these?
yeah, I'm like,
Do people
what?
have 8 foot tall vases that they're putting these
I
flowers in?
think so. I
Because
think
you
it's a
have to go home
rich
and cut half the
Ray.
length off of that shit to put it in a normal size
And you
vase.
can't do that with a regular scissor. Like you've got to
Right.
have there's
Them stalks
tools.
are like, you gotta
Absolutely.
get
I
like
don't
them.
get it.
You gotta get like the hedge trimmers just to
Yeah.
trim your flowers down. Just go to the store, go to the regular market and
Yeah, get
buy
like a
regular
normal
length
size
flowers.
flower. Yeah, and I'm like thinking maybe they do have a really big vase. Maybe it's a rich people thing to just have a big ass vase.
Yeah, maybe.
Honestly, I don't know. Let's ask Gwyneth Paltrow in our interview with in our interview. Now we're gonna cut to talking to the founder of Goop, Gwyneth Paltrow. Tell us, what's the deal with big ass flowers?
For me, it's her and Jared Leto give off the same vibes.
Oh,
Like in full shade to both of them.
dude.
Like
No, I
her
well,
and Jared Leto are like secret cult leaders that
I
are
get
like
the
harvesting
yeah.
people's organs or something.
I get the vibe from Jared Leto. There's something. You're right. Hold on, I dropped. There's something about Jared Leto. Leto is it Leto? I don't know. But it's like where I'm like, I think that you think you're kind of better than everybody else because
Yeah.
you're weird, and I
Yeah.
don't love that. But it's like disguised as like, oh, we're all the same, we're all equal, blah 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 blah, we're all one. So it's like extra off-putting. You know what I mean? It's very cult leaderish. You're right. We should. Have you seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
No. I
Me either.
meant to.
Me too. Same. We both were like,
Who's
this
in that?
feels
I feel like I meant to see it
Brad
because
Pitt's in
somebody.
it, Lena Dunham's in it. I don't know. I know it's Quentin
Ooh, none of these
Tarantino.
things are making me want to watch it.
It's
Quentin
Quentin
Tarantino is
Tarantino.
probably the reason I wanted to
That's
watch it.
yeah, that's why I said it because I remember you had a little Quinty phase
Oh
when
yeah,
we were
I have
in
I have a
college.
box of Quentin Tarantino movies, but like
Yeah, we
now
should.
he gives me the heebie-jeebies too. I'm like, you're a good
Yeah,
director, but at what cost?
he seems like he's good. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Well, when you come, we can go do some Quentin Tarantino-y things, like go to some of the cool
Like
theaters
Pulp
and
Fiction,
places that
Inglorious
go.
Bastards is my fucking movie.
That was what
That
it was.
is,
Is you loved that movie?
yeah.
That
Well,
was
I love
another
that movie
bratty.
because Eli Roth is in that movie, but
Mhm.
also Christoph Waltz, who's a
Yeah,
phenomenal actor.
Eli Roth. What's he up to these days?
Um, he just directed or produced maybe I think the Borderlands movie. Hang on.
Can I be so fucking crazy right now and say that I actively confuse three men? Are you
You're gonna
ready?
say
You know, no, 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 no,
fucking
no. You know,
uh
you already know Zachary Levi,
yeah,
Eli Roth, and Jason Schwartzman. Is that his name? Schwartzman?
probably. Yeah, he just
Specifically, Eli
did
Roth and Jason Schwartzman. I get confused. Not
he
so much
directed
Zachary
the
Levi. Though.
Borderlands movie, which
What is that?
comes out in August.
Borderlands. Is it like
Borderlands was a
borderline?
movie or it was a video game, I think.
Oh,
I'm
it's
pretty
giving
sure.
like
It's got
Mad Max.
Kate Blanchett in it.
I see.
And
I
the
see. I
girl
see.
who
Oh, he directed it.
mhm. And
Interesting.
the
Oh,
girl who
Ariana
played the
Greenblatt
little girl, yeah,
and
in
Barbie.
Barbie.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Gina
Yeah.
Gershon.
Kevin
Kate
Hart's in it.
Blanchett's in it. Interesting. Kevin Hart.
Jamie Lee
Bobby
Curtis is in
Lee,
it
Jamie
too.
Lee, Jack Black. Oh, that press
Oh,
tour is
Jack
gonna
Black's
be
in it. Done.
fun.
We're
I'm gonna
watching
try
that.
to find it. I'm gonna see if I can sneak into that
And then
premiere.
he also directed Thanksgiving, which is like a
Ugh,
horror
stop.
movie about like pilgrims
Awful.
killing people. Did you watch it?
No.
I didn't watch it.
No, I saw the trailer though. Every single time I would go to the movies, which is often
Oh,
because I have
yeah.
the AMC A list. Shout out AMC if you want to pay for my A list. I'm just gonna start referencing things that I pay money for. Please pay for me to see your movies.
You can pay for this if
The
you want.
Yeah,
No,
Thanksgiving
yeah.
movie.
Eli
Yeah,
Roth
like,
was
I
in
had to, like
Inglourious Basterds, so I loved it for that reason.
yeah, but I remember, like, specifically you had, like, a Quentin Tarantino thing after where you were like, "Ah, what a director, da 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 da."
Yeah.
You
I
were
mean,
in your, like,
listen,
art house
Reservoir
phase.
Dogs, good movie. Pulp Fiction, great
Movies that
movie. Kill
people
Bill,
love.
those movies
Yeah.
fuck. They're good
Yeah,
movies.
people really love. I don't know if you saw recently, he announced that I think the next project he does is gonna be, like, his last, and he was like, "I wanna just have made 10 movies or something." He has, like, this very arbitrary I mean, to me, it's arbitrary, maybe to him it's meaningful, but some vision of, like, "I wanna only make this amount of movies, and then after I make this movie, like, I'm done. I'm retired," and, like, blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah, whatever. People are like, why? Like, why do that to your career? Like, we love your
Right.
movies, it's okay if you make
Yeah.
11 movie like, I don't remember
He
what
did
the number was. Let me
Django
see.
Unchained was a really good movie too.
Oh, I haven't seen.
You haven't? Oh, you would like
No,
that one.
the thing with his movies is that
They're always like questionably
yeah,
like, is
there's
it a
some
racist movie?
yeah,
Is
there's
it
a tension, right? Where
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
that's also why you kinda wanna watch it because it's
Right.
like I think that there's enough trust in him as a director that you're like, he probably is doing it in a tasteful and interesting way where you're like, I see where you're going with this and like I appreciate the questions that you want me to ask. But in this day and age, I'm like, I don't know if I trust anybody to any person that's not a person of color and has like directly
Right,
experienced
right.
oppression as a
Yeah,
result of their skin color or whatever,
yeah.
like
That's why
privilege.
I didn't watch Hateful Eight and I didn't watch Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Django was the last Quentin Tarantino movie that I watched. And I
That was a
feel
while ago. That
like
was Leo, right?
yeah, yeah. Um
Okay, I
that
found
movie
what I
was
was
good.
talking about.
And can you hear Bubba snoring in the background?
Yeah, I can. It's wonderful.
Nice.
We're
Hey,
gonna work it
dog.
into the intro.
Hang on.
Intro music, just fucking Charlie Puth it, like pitches.
Charlie Puth Bubba snores. Dude, you're so loud. Um,
You were saying
but
you saw Django.
yeah, I saw
I
Django and like that movie was good and like the black people, killed the white people and that was great. That sounds really fucked up. The slaves freed
I will
themselves
I
and
will edit
killed
it. Don't
the
worry.
fucking plantation. Oh god, that I
I
put that
care
such a
about you.
wrong way.
You said the black
Jesus.
people killed the white people, and that was good. I mean, it's the same
Yeah, I
thing,
know, but like I didn't put it
reparations.
right. The
I know, I know,
slaves
I know.
like got
Don't worry, we
free,
won't
which
get
was
you
good.
canceled. Yeah, we won't cancel
Um,
you. But wait, let me go back. So what he was saying was he just finished directing his 10th, and that's gonna be his
how
last.
is it only 10?
I know. Let's go over his discography. Discography.
Discography.
Stop. I'm so dead.
All of
Okay,
a sudden he's
sorry.
got CDs out.
All of a sudden
Like
he's like,
Hillary.
yeah,
Hillary
making
Duff.
moody music. Oh my god,
Right.
Hilary Duff. Let's go back to that. Okay, Reservoir Dogs was his first, which
Yeah.
holy crap.
What a directorial debut.
That's your first film?
That movie's rough. That movie's rough. And like as a
Oh
Steve
my
Buscemi
god.
fan, Buscemi, how do you say his last name? God bless you,
Buscemi?
sir.
Buscemi? I don't know.
Um, as a
Because he's
Steve Buscemi
definitely
fan,
listening. He's definitely
love
listening, so
him.
you need to say it
Love Steve
right.
Buscemi. I've been and like people don't
Mhm.
understand it. They're like, "What do you think he's hot or something?" And I'm like, "No, zero people think that." But
Yeah.
like he's also a phenomenal actor. The
Yeah.
first thing we ever saw him in was a fucking Spy Kids 2 movie
Oh my
where
god,
he was
yeah.
the like crazy scientist on the island.
Yep,
And
yep, yep,
since
shout
that
out.
moment I was like something about this man is intriguing to me. And
And
then
that's on
I've watched a bunch of what he's
acting.
done and love him to
Yeah.
death. Um but yeah, he was a horrible character in that movie. He
In Reservoir
was
Dogs?
yeah, he was
I'm trying to
racist as
remember.
hell. He didn't
Yeah.
tip the waitresses and I'm pretty sure he like I don't know. He was just a terrible terrible person in that movie.
Yeah.
But then it's
Yeah.
like he's actually not that bad of a guy. So
Yeah.
it's cool beans. What a good actor. Um
Yeah, I don't remember, but he directed and wrote that in 1992, which is like, wow, what an intro. Could you imagine like the first podcast episode we made was just like one of the best podcast
was it an
episodes of ever?
instant hit though?
Probably not. I think it probably was like a slow burn. But then the second one was Pulp Fiction,
And
right?
that one
So it's
hit for
like,
sure.
I mean, that just like rings across, when was 1994? 20, I guess I was born in 95. I'm turning 29, almost 28 years old. And it still is like people dress up like them at,
Right.
Halloween and stuff. I'm just like, imagine if our second podcast episode that we ever made was like the best, one of the most prolific and quotable and like referenceable. I don't know. But I mean,
Oh,
it wasn't like he was a dummy. He was like in school and stuff and like learned how to do it. But
you know how Reservoir Dogs got popular? It
mm,
premiered at Sundance Film Festival, and then it got picked up and like
yeah, even
widely.
then though, right? It's like to get in the festivals are like,
Yeah, but I feel like if it does well at Sundance or
yeah,
like
the
any of the
festivals.
smaller film festivals, like it gets picked up and
Yeah,
is like talked about prior to it
yeah,
coming out, and then everybody's like, "Oh, we gotta see this," and then
yeah.
it
Like
turns
when
into
things do
a
well and stuff at the festivals, that like helps with the campaign
hmm,
getting into the festivals. Would you ever go to Sundance? I A couple years ago I really wanted to volunteer there, and they have this whole like comprehensive volunteer thing. And I was
oh,
reached out last year to do like press type of volunteering where you like help move celebrities around and
yeah,
stuff. And I was like, that'd be cool. It didn't work out because I don't remember what. Oh, I was working a lot in January, and I was like, I don't have time, and it's in Utah, and it's like,
oh,
but I don't know, it'd be kind
I
of
would go to
cool.
Utah
I would
alone.
go to
Utah
Utah,
seems
right?
cool.
Like
Besides like the
Utah,
Mormons and stuff.
snow, dude. Utah, sorry to all my Mormon friends. One of my most beloved people in my life, my choir director is Mormon and was like fantastic. But when I went to Salt Lake City, I was like, get me out of here. Absolutely not. Like it was like skin crawling, disconcerting. Like Sile and I were just like, we got to get out of here. We were gonna stay in Salt Lake for 2 nights, and we were like, no, we are leaving.
We gotta
We
go.
rise at
I
dawn.
gotta get out of
We're
here.
just like, I gotta get out of here. We'll just go to like another part of Utah. Like we went to the Mormon church to just do like a tour because we were like, oh, that'd be so cool, like just to see. That's not what that is. Like that you're not casually, if you're doing a
No.
tour, they're
Yeah.
trying to convert you, they're trying to talk to you about, whatever. And if after they would show us every little like landmark and talk about the history, then they would ask us like a really deep personal question. I was like, I feel so uncomfortable. Please just tell me about the architecture. That's all I care about.
Right.
And they're like, when was a time where you felt like alone and that nobody was
Oh
there
my
for
god,
you?
I would
You know?
run. I would literally leave
Right?
so fast. I'd be like, "This is not. Nope. I don't know you like that."
And they were like perfectly nice, but like I was just like, please stop asking me these questions. It doesn't make sense. We're on a tour. I just want to know about like the choir, honestly. Like I'm just curious about the Mormon Tabernacle Choir and where they sang. Why? I felt like it was a whole conversion thing. And I was just so freaked out. And I was like, Sal, we have to go, we have to go, we have to go. As soon as they turn around, we're bolting.
The national parks there are cool, but
Oh yeah.
I don't
That's
know
what I would
about the
do.
rest of
Well,
it.
in like Sundance and Park City, like we could just hang in the snow. We could record in the snow. We could find like a cute little vibe. Would you ever go snowboarding or skiing?
No. I would go to a ski resort and drink hot chocolate in a cabin.
All right.
But no. I no.
Wait, what did you say the other day when I was like, or no, it was a few months ago, and I was like, what if for my bachelorette we go like surfing? You sent the funniest audio clip.
I think
You were
I
like,
said
I
that
love
I will be
you.
like the mother. I will, make
You'll
sure
be
everybody's got
sitting
their
on the beach.
sunscreen on
Yep.
and
With your big
everyone's being
floppy
safe.
hat.
Yep. I will make sure everyone's phones stay safe and people are hydrating and putting on sunscreen, but
Hmm.
that's not happening.
You
It's
were like,
not
I
happening.
am not getting in the Pacific Ocean, bitch.
No, not to
I
that
saw this
depth.
for
Like,
surfing.
no, yeah,
Yeah.
no. I'm not coordinated enough for that. I don't want to be coordinated enough for that. I'm not
In the
trying to look
ocean's a
like a
scary
seal
place.
for the sharks to come get. Thank you so much.
The ocean's a scary place. When actually though, when I went, I did do surfing lessons for one of my friend's bachelorettes, and I was like, I'm scared of sharks. And he was like, oh, well, you're lucky. Like, we're really lucky. Like, it was in Malibu. He was like, oh, there's not really like many sharks here. And I was like, oh, I'm from Florida. So like, he was like, oh, when I was surfing in Florida, I was so scared. Like, I totally get why you have that, like, us, like,
Yes. We
freaked
get
out thing.
black tip sharks coming in like literal swarms, like
Mhm.
for a couple of months out of the year. And the
Yeah.
fucking drone videos are
Mhm.
terrifying. Have you ever seen like the drone videos of them like showing like they'll post it on the news too. It'll be like, look at this
Yeah.
is the beach right now. And
Let me
there's
see.
like it's dark swarms of
I don't
black
like
tip
it.
sharks. And there's like people just like
Typing that in.
dotted off to the side. I'm like, you got
Black
me
tip
fucked up.
reef. Why is she doing this? It's just, like, jarring, right?
It's
The reef sharks?
swarms of them, and then they'll
But
like zoom
they
out, and people will be like right there.
right. I think it's, like, these ones don't wanna, like, eat people, right? They're
I
not
don't
like
know.
the tiger shark no, but I would be freaked out. Like,
I
but the
think
tiger
wanting to
shark
eat people and
and
accidentally biting
will
people, like the overlap is pretty, you know. Yeah,
exists. The overlap exists. Yeah, so I think TikTok has ruined the ocean for me. And
I'm not about it.
I literally used to be so fearless and like, especially when it would come to the ocean. Like I was just like, why be scared of like I wanted to be like a marine biologist and like scuba dive and whatever. And I was like, I'm not afraid of the ocean, whatever. Absolutely. First of all, TikTok. No, ruin that for me. Thank you, TikTok. Second of all, when Sahil was proposing, we took like this trip to Maui, and it was beautiful and amazing and wonderful. And Maui's just like happening. Like Hawaii is just like where the animals are. Like it's happening. You know what I mean? Like there's no is there a shark? It's like yes, and it's probably 20 feet away. It's
Yeah,
like kind of like Australia in that way, where it's like yeah, there's shit in the water that might eat you.
yeah.
You're in the middle of the Pacific. It's their home. Sorry, not sorry. And we were like, let's do some snorkeling around this reef that's like kind of close to the shore. And we start did I tell the story already? And we
I don't
start
think
doing
so.
this.
No.
We start doing
Oh
this and
shit.
we're like, we're swimming, we're just like, oh, this is weird because that's like the ocean and like the reef is here and I can see stuff. I can't see everything, but it looks really far down and then it looks really far away this way. And then you're like, it's far over there and it's far over there. And then you're like, am I in space right now? Like you just feel like you're in like space. Like I don't know how to describe it. Like especially when it is so far down and you're like, I am so small. That's 100 feet. Oh my God. Like,
Yeah,
whoa.
yeah. No,
I
that shit
don't
freaks me out.
like this. So I was just like, I can't. And I was kind of low key like bullying Styles. Sometimes I'm mean to my partner about like little things that come to when it comes to like nature and interacting with nature. I'm like, how do you not know? Insert really specific thing that I know because I grew up in, grew up in like the woods of Florida and North Carolina and Tennessee. Like just how do you like? He saw a coyote last night
uh,
and was like 2 blocks away from our house and was like,
there's a
called
lot
me.
of
Was like,
coyotes in SoCal.
yeah, especially like where we are. I didn't really know, but I guess they come out more in like the summer. He calls me. He's like, "Hey, can you come pick me up?" I'm like, "Aren't you like at like Prince Street Pizza, just like 2 blocks away?" He's like, "Yeah, I saw like 3 coyotes. I don't want to like walk home. I'm scared." And I was just like, "Just make noise. It'll be fine. They'll go away. They're more scared. They're more scared of you than you are of them."
My God. That's what you
Not.
say about snakes.
I
I'm
know.
with him. I'm not going
I
outside when
know.
there's coyotes.
It was just so funny that he was like, "Can you call to pick me up?"
Come get me.
Like, or "Can you
Mom,
come
can you
pick
come
me
get
up?"
me?
"Mom, can you come get me?" Yeah, so it was like, "How do you" Anyway, so
Mm,
back to the what was I talking about again?
the
The
ocean.
ocean? Okay, so we're swimming and I'm like, "Yeah, absolutely not. I'm not even gonna bully him about this, like, I'm scared too." So then we went back. But then my dumbass later in the day was like I was like it was like dusk, and I was like, it's so nice. Let me get in the water, like, swim a little bit."
Uh-uh.
I'm sure I told you the story, right?
No.
Oh, dude. Okay, so I'm swimming. I see also 2 other, like, older guys swimming, like, a little bit further back, so I'm like,
Let
"Okay,
them
as
get
long
their
as"
legs bit off. You watched that girl Brittany's movie 12 million times.
What movie, Brittany?
The girl where she got her arm bit off.
Oh, Bethany Hamilton?
Yeah, sorry,
Yeah.
Bethany.
I don't remember the specifics. Was she swimming at dusk or was she surfing at
I
dusk?
don't know. She was surfing. She
But
got
it
her arm bit
happened.
off by a shark.
No, I trust me, I know, that was so defining. I had her poster on my wall.
I
I
know.
was like a surfer girl who never surfed. I was the surfer girl that was always like, "One day I'm gonna surf," but, like, I had all the surfer branded shit.
Memorabilia.
Yeah, all the surf memorabilia, none of the experience.
The Roxy
Um,
bathing suits and
oh my god, Roxy PacSun, and be like, "Mom,
yeah.
I have to shop at PacSun because Sarah shops at PacSun, and I need to get Quicksilver
Oh
and
my
blah, blah, blah."
god.
Yeah, I was like a little butch as a kid, but we'll come back to that. And so I'm like swimming at dusk, whatever, not really thinking of it. I mean, it's not like there's not like a sign that's like don't swim at dusk. And I'm just like, yeah, it's so nice, it's so warm here, I love it, blah blah blah. I'm swimming, and I see two guys that are further out than me. So my rule is don't be the person that's the most far out, and you'll be fine. That's kind of like, and so I was just like, just swimming, do 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 do. Sahil's like at the shore. I'm just like, wow, what a gorgeous day. I also like knew he was gonna propose, so I'm like, wow, this is my last day of being like a single girl. Like tomorrow he's gonna ask me to marry him, and like da 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 da. So I'm just like, wow, it's so beautiful. And I'm going, like the waves are coming, and it's like this really big wave coming, and I'm like, oh, and I turn, and it's so big I can see into the wave, like I can see
Oh
what's
my
here,
god.
and I see a huge black circle. And my first thought was it's a shark, and the terror I cannot
Ugh.
express. It was right here. Like, here's my mic stand. It was like right here, and it was just a big black circle, but I didn't even compute circle. I just saw a big black shape in the wave, and I scream, and the two guys over there are like, "What?" And I'm like, "Oh, it's just a turtle!" But I scream. I was like, "Ah!" Like,
Oh
and
my
it's like,
god.
"Oh, it's just a turtle." But it was literally like if I had not seen it, it would have just crashed into me. Which,
Oh
whatever,
my
it's a
god.
turtle. But I still would have
Yeah,
been
but getting
freaked.
walloped by a sea turtle.
A big turtle too, dude. It was
Them things
huge.
are
Like
heavy.
you can't see my table, but it was like the size of like it
Yeah,
was like
no, I
probably
believe
like
you.
the biggest turtle I've ever seen. And I was just like, "All right,"
We're
and I
done
freaked
here.
out
One
because
animal encounter is enough. This one won't bite me. I'm not sticking
yeah,
around for the ones that will.
but I'm also Florida enough that I'm like, where there are turtles this close to the shore means they are probably trying to avoid predator, aka
Well,
shark.
and at the point that it's deep enough for there to be like full ass sea turtles, it's deep enough for there to be larger
Right,
animals.
right, right. And then I was just like, yeah, I'm just gonna get out of the water. Cause the guy was like, oh yeah, he just like bumped into me too or whatever. And I was like, cute, bye.
I'm
And
like
then I just,
two
I
degrees
just,
away from a girl that got her foot bit by a shark, and I'm 2 degrees away from Bethany Hamilton, who got her
right?
arm
I'm
bit
like,
off by a
no,
shark.
no, no, no,
Like
no, no, no. Absolutely not.
Nick's old coworker, got her foot bit by a shark in New Smyrna Beach,
Oh, 2 degrees
and
in that way? Oh
yeah,
god.
and my old coworker is like has surfed with Bethany Hamilton before. So I'm like,
Gosh, wow.
no, thank you. I will stay out of the water.
No, thank you in both directions.
Yep. Meep, meep, meep.
Yeah, the older I get, the more I'm like, all of the older people around me, like cousins or family members that were like so cool, just like being in the ocean, and were like, yeah, it's fine. I'm like, I don't trust none of y'all now because I have the internet. And
Well,
the
and walking
internet
around
told
like
me,
as a kid, we had Daytona Beach, which
mhm,
not many sharks, but hella
hella
fucking
jellyfish.
jellyfish.
Hella
And
jellyfish.
then
My
New Smyrna
God.
Beach, not that many jellyfish. One of the
Hella
shark
shark.
bite capitals of like the US, I
It
think.
is. Yeah, it's the shark bite
Like,
capital, I think, of the world.
I
I
don't
think
think of
it's
the
like
world. I
the
think Australia takes that cake, but of the US
right?
for
You
sure.
would think, right? Okay, shark bite capital. I'm gonna see what comes up when I type that in. Shark bite capital. And there it is. New Smyrna Beach is the unofficial shark bite capital of the world. Volusia
Oh
County is
wow.
the home of more shark attacks than anywhere else in Florida,
Yeah.
and our state sees more shark attacks than any other. Okay, but the
So
world,
so this is the
why?
beach
So
that
the
we
country
literally grew up at.
grew up going to,
Like
that we would
New
go
Smyrna
in
Beach
like
was
deep and shit.
the beach
Isn't
that
that
we went
crazy?
to.
That's so crazy. So this actually has like a sweet turn because then I was Googling like, what does it mean? Like, is there like a meaning when like a turtle approaches you? And like maybe nothing, but on the internet seems to be in consensus that it's like a guardian angel or something. And I just thought that that was like such a sweet image. Like maybe it wasn't. Maybe it's just a turtle escaping a shark, and
Homie got swept up by a wave, and this white
literally
bitch
said
in Hawaii is like, it's a
it's.
sign.
Yeah, because it wasn't like I was just randomly floating around, right? Like, it's literally the equivalent of, like, Crush, the sea
He got
turtle from
picked
Finding
up.
Nemo, just being like, "Oh, fuck, I'm in the tide right now," like,
Shit.
crashing it. Yeah, shit, I'm about to run into this girl, freak her out, oh my god, but I don't have, like, the dexterity to swim away
He
from
ain't
my
got no
own mass.
brakes.
Yeah, he's got no brakes. So, but I'm like, "It's a sign from a guardian angel." But that happened, and I was like, "Oh," and then in the morning, I went to this yoga class that they were doing outside, and it was so heavenly, and it was amazing, and I woke up that morning being like, "Today's the day, like, that's my last day of being, like, a single girl," and, like, blah, 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 and I'm just like, "Wow, so magical." I go to do my yoga class, I'm like, "Ah, I've never felt so relaxed in my whole life. I'm so happy. It's so beautiful, blah, 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 blah." I'm laying there on my yoga mat, a bird shits on my head. I have a
That's
video
a
of it too,
sign. That's a sign,
right?
bitch.
So I'm like, I tried to make the other one a sign from nature, and this one, literally without trying, I have a
I
video
think
of it too.
I think that's supposed to be good luck or something though. Like
Yeah, right? It
I think
just
it is
felt
supposed to
like
be good luck.
so
That's
I go up to the
funny.
yoga. I know that's so funny. So I'm thinking I heard somewhere that's good luck. And then with shit on my head because I have nothing because I'm outside, right? It's a yoga mat. There's not and a yoga mat. There's not like towel with literal shit streaming down. I'm just like, "Oh my god, poop." I go up to the yoga teacher and I'm like, "Oh my gosh." I'm so relaxed still somehow though. And I'm like, "Oh my gosh. I had such a great time. This bird pooped on my head, but, like, I just had such a great time." And she's like, "It's good luck. It means something, like, prosperous is gonna happen to you today," or whatever. And in my head, I'm like, "This would have been such a cute story if I didn't know I was gonna get proposed to." You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm just like, "Oh, yes, it is. I know. Something special will happen
You're like,
today."
yeah, I'm aware. He didn't have to shit on my
Yeah.
head for me to know.
Like, I don't need to go backwards and reflect and be like, "Oh, and that's why the bird shat on my head." Yeah. I started watching Brittany Broski's most recent episode. I fear I will never be funny like her. I just like, how can I be more uninhibited and hilarious like her? Like, do I need to do a class? Do I need to do what do I need to
It's
do?
it comes from deep within you. The bowels, I think.
Right? It's
But
you have it. You definitely got it. Like and I just have spent my life like marveling at you having it and just being like, how? Like yesterday, what did you do that I was just like, Hailey is genuinely the funniest fucking person. And it's just whatever you say or do is so funny. You said sent me something yesterday. Like it was I read it at night and I was sitting next to Sahil and I was just laughing and he's like, "What are you laughing about?" I'm like, just Haley's so fucking funny. Oh, it was the starry thing. It was the
oh
starry thing.
yeah.
Okay. I watched that at night and I was like mad that you sent that because I'm like, why didn't she say this on the pod? People need to know she's funny.
Oh my god.
My whole goal is just that the world knows how funny you are. That's my whole goal. You have the Brittany Broski gene.
Her and Drew Afwalo. I'm probably saying that wrong.
Who is
I'm
that?
sorry, Drew. Did you just
Drew
say
this
who's that? Bitch, I'm gonna fight you.
No. Wait, okay, hold on. I'm pulling up my phone. I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling it up. What do I type in?
She
Drew,
Drew
Drew,
AFUALO.
AFU, Drew, a
Wow.
follow. Okay. Is she like a Brittany Broski esque?
Yeah, they're like buds, but she's like where Brittany Broski is like unhinged funny, she's
Uh
like
huh.
mean funny, and I
Okay.
live for it.
You definitely are a mean funny.
I'm not as mean as Drew. I'm somewhere in
No,
between Brittany and Drew.
no. Sorry. You vibe with the mean funny. Like
Oh yeah,
you
yeah,
understand the mean
yeah,
funny and you can do it funny, you know? Like, you know how comedy when you're on stand up or sorry, when you're watching stand up and you're like, this is just them saying mean shit and it's not that
yeah.
funny. Like
Right.
it's kind of funny, but like in a few years it's just going to be like, okay, mean.
Yeah.
There's some kind of in between where you're like, you're funny, your takes are really funny, and sometimes they're mean, but you don't need to be mean in order to be funny. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Right.
Whereas like some people need to be mean in order to be funny. Like they're not inherently funny, but oh my god, like I was hanging out with my friend and he showed me this comedian and I was like, it's this guy who basically is just like does Dr. Phil impersonation and then he does like the Dr. Phil show and will bring people up and he's dressed and is acting like Dr. Phil and he's funny and supposed to be funny and then brings up people. It's so unfunny
Doesn't
and
sound funny at all.
it's just it's
Like
also like
Dr. Phil is unintentionally
painful.
funny
Yeah,
because that's just who he is. But like trying to imitate a person,
imitate,
imitate. Have you heard
imitate.
Trixie Mattel's Dr. Phil impersonation?
No,
It's
but I have a
fucking
video.
terrible. It's hysterical.
Wait, I'm gonna make a thing because I want us to start putting like our references up here so we can share them. I
It's so
haven't. Please show me though. I want to see it.
it's
I've seen
just
Brittany Broski's is fantastic.
yes, hers is really good.
Absolutely fantastic. I say, shut the hell up,
Shut the
bitch.
hell up, you.
Shut the hell up, bitch. She gets that Texas thing really well because obviously she's from
Yes,
Texas.
yes, yes.
Shut the hell up, bitch. And I'm like, that is how he sounds. Like he's like the queen. He has like a very specific accent, you know?
Right.
No, what is Trixie's? It's just bad.
Oh, it's just
Sorry,
not
Trix.
great.
We
It's
love you. We
really
love you,
funny
girl.
though, which is more important.
Lucy.
This
But
is
I think,
Katya.
like, I become a different person. Both.
Oh wait, show me. Bofa?
Eden said that to me the other day, and I laughed for about 35 minutes. Never heard of it. But
That's
one thing I
fucking
will
fierce.
never ever be able to say, "Hey, man, thanks, man."
Why is she not doing it?
What about,
Oh.
hey, brother?
What about that?
What's up, brother? No, like, oh, thanks, man. It just never handshake. That whole. What about, bruh?
I love this take.
Hey, bruh.
I love
No.
them. I
Bruh.
adore them.
Hey guys, how are ya? Like, I call everyone girl. Like, hey bitch. I don't know. Hey bitch. Are
That's-
you so you go to your mom and you say, "Get over here, you stupid bitch."
Yeah.
I should do him.
Stupid
Did you
bitch.
tune into the
It sounds like Kevin from The Office doing a Dr. Phil impersonation.
Yes.
It's,
It's
not great.
It's not horrible though.
It's
I
not
don't think
terrible. No, it's
the
not
way he
really
says
horrible.
bitch is perfect. You
Bitch.
go to your mom and you call her stupid bitch. Dude, Dr. Phil was just like I feel like as a kid I was like, this is hilarious. Does anyone else think this is so
Oh
funny?
my god, I used to watch oh fuck. Not Maury. Was it Maury? What's the other
Maury.
one?
Yeah, the one where like that one was weird. Was that one like you are not the father? You are the father? That one?
No. What's the other one?
Oh, Jerry Springer.
Yes. I used to
Yes,
watch Jerry Springer.
Jerry,
And like
Jerry.
this was the naughty show that I wasn't allowed to be watching.
Yeah,
And so
yeah,
when I
yeah.
heard my
That was
mom's
on, like,
car pull
prime
up, I had to
time.
like change the channel because she'd be like, "You're not allowed to watch that." But I would be going ham on Jerry Springer as a fucking tween. Come on, tell me you
Jerry.
didn't have cable without telling me you didn't have cable. I'm watching PBS and Jerry Springer.
Hey, yeah. Tell me you have the basic cable plan. Oh my god.
Oh my
DVD
God.
culture. No, yeah, I remember Jerry Springer. May he rest in peace. I think he died recently.
Did he die?
I think so. Or maybe Maury. I'm getting them confused. Sorry if I whichever I'm forgetting. I remember a very specific episode of Jerry Springer.
He did die.
Yes, he died.
Rest in peace.
May he rest in peace, sowing chaos for the lives of many, providing chaotic entertainment for young children
He died
while their
3 days
parents
before
were
my
at school
birthday
or
last
homework.
year.
Wow.
April 27, 2023. He was born in the
Wow.
UK.
The more you know. You know, I find people that are born in the UK here and there, and I'm like, huh. And you came here. Interesting. Okay.
That's how I felt about well, like secret Australian Jacob Elordi. I was like, what do you mean?
Secret Australian girl, no.
No, because I
always
had never
knew.
seen
That-
him in like really anything. I've seen like 2 things that
Yeah.
he's been in. And he does he did his British accent in Saltburn pretty good.
Yeah.
And like I feel like he's done a lot of like English or not like English, but American accents. And then when I found out he was Australian, I was like, no, that's not. And then I watched a video of him and I was like, that still doesn't feel right. You fucked up your accent somewhere.
Yeah, all this
You did
tells
too
me
many
is
other
that
accents, you lost yours. It's like Millie Bobby Brown. She's got like the English,
Yeah,
the
poor
American.
thing. Oh my
like,
god.
she's
Yeah.
a little.
I noticed that recently where I'm like, you were so young when you had to be quote unquote American, that I
Mhm.
probably does have a bit of like where you're like, which one am I? And
Right.
like which
How do I
words do I
talk?
say in American English? She's from like Orlando. She was like born or I
She's
think she
born in
like lived in
Spain.
Orlando. She was born in Spain. I saw that. But she like lived in Orlando and I was like, oh, I feel such a camaraderie with her. Like, wow, Orlando girls, like Orlando general metro area girls unite. Not really, but or like not really from that. But Jacob Elordi, all that tells me, girl, is that you did not watch. You were not deep in. You were not on the interviews. You were not watching the press tour
No.
shit.
No, I
You were like,
wasn't.
I'll just watch what his performances, and that's enough,
I
girl.
I can name one movie he's been in that I've seen, and it's
Which
Saltburn.
one?
I
Four.
was more of a pandemic Noah Centineo gal.
Oh gosh, that was a time.
Yeah.
Was that from To All the Boys I Loved Before, or was
Yep.
that? Yeah, yeah, dude, he was so charming
Yep.
in the first one that I was like, wow, like it was just like it was one of those performances where you're like, this is so charming. The chemistry that I was just, yeah, I was deep
And
down
then
that.
I liked him so much in those that I watched another one of
The
the stupid
Fosters.
teen movies that he did.
Which one?
Oh fuck. Hang on.
Was it the one with Laura Marino or something?
Uh,
But yeah.
Hang on. Gotta go to IMDb.
Sile says Miley Cyrus was smiling at him. Debatable. Debatable. That's so cool. She's so just like, she's so cool to me. We'll have to come back to that. I'm gonna see
Um,
Despicable Me 4 tomorrow, and I'm seeing Kinds of Kindness tonight.
I watched. Yeah, okay. So I watched To All the Boys I Loved Before,
Yeah.
and then I was like, this guy's hot. And I watched, I'm pretty
So
sure I
hot.
watched SPF 18 and
Oh, the Keanu Reeves movie.
Sierra Burgess is a Loser with,
Oh, Sierra vs. Loser, so good.
oh, what's that girl's
With
name?
Barb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Barb.
Barb.
Fuck, I follow her. Shannon
What's her
Purser.
name?
That's right. She's super
Yeah,
cool.
she's great. I
And then
love
I
her.
also watched Swiped. I'm pretty sure. Is
Oh,
that
I
the one where they
started to
make
watch
him?
that. Yeah, yeah. And he's like, I can make this app and I can go
Yes.
on
Yep.
these
Yep. Yep.
dates and blah, blah, blah.
And I watched the
Totally
show that he did.
unrealistic that he would not be able to just get
Right.
dates. I'm sorry, but let's just all say that.
I watched The Recruit, which was a show that he was in,
Mm-hmm.
where
Mm-hmm.
he was like a CIA agent or
And
whatever.
apparently he's in like a Marvel movie, right? He's in Black Adam, I think, coming out.
Oh, that's not a Marvel movie, but yeah, he was. Also, that didn't. It's not coming out. It came out 2 years ago. Come on, Movie Pass.
Stop. Oh my god, are you serious? Wait, it already came out?
Yeah, that's The Rock.
Okay, well, that's their fault. Sorry, because I'm very with it. This probably came
You
out
said,
during the
oh,
strike.
that new Marvel movie that's coming out, numero uno, that is a DC film. Number 2,
Oh my god.
movie came out
Okay.
2 years ago, my guy.
Wait. Oh my gosh.
That's so
Stop.
funny.
Oh, I remember. You know what I remember about Noah Centineo? He's from Florida.
Is he?
Yeah, he's from Florida. And
Huh.
it says he was born in Miami. And I knew some people who went to high school with him. And so I was like, listen, it's very reasonable that we would fall in love. Okay. We're already. Okay. Wait, what is so Black Adam DC Extended Universe? I'm looking at his IMDb right now. Yeah, he's a cutie. Yeah, I never saw Black Adam. Sorry.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Sorry. Oh, you know what I did see though? What DC film in theaters that I loved that everyone's gonna crucify me for
Are you going to
is
say
The
either Batman or The
Flash.
Flash? Yeah.
Flash. I loved it. Literally loved it. Ezra Miller.
Yeah,
You
I have a
don't.
really hard time like
We
separating
can't be
terrible
friends.
people from good
I
work.
know.
Not
Anyway,
a shocker.
I know. I loved that film. Like I thought he was so good in it. He plays because he plays like two characters. I just loved it. I'm not gonna get into it, but I loved it. And I loved the arc and I just thought it was but
You know what you
I'm a
should
little
watch if you want to watch a not problematic person play more than one character that will really fuck you up, but also you'll enjoy it so much? Moon Knight. Oscar
Moon Knight.
Isaac. Yeah, it was the
Ooh.
show that he did for Marvel where he plays
Moon
Moon Knight.
Knight? How do
It
I
was
not
a
I don't know about the
really
shows.
fucking good show. It was a really good show. And he plays like It's not two separate characters either. It's like multiple personalities in the same body. And so you
Okay.
can see there's one specific scene
And that's
where he's
Marvel?
like there's one specific scene where he's in the desert and you can see in his face the character change. Like just the
He's
very
so
slightest.
good.
And it's not
He's
like
so good.
super dramatic. You can just see his face kind of like lift and you
Yeah.
know it's the other character.
Ooh,
Like it
that's so impressive to me
phenomenal.
when an actor can
Phenomenal.
do that. Yeah. I'd be interested. It's the TV show. I haven't gotten the only Marvel TV show I've gotten into is WandaVision. I
Yeah.
loved.
You
And I
gotta
wanna
catch
watch
up
some of
because
the Loki
they're really
stuff.
good.
Yeah, they've made some really interesting choices with the whole universe and the like
Mm-hmm.
sequencing and stuff. I don't hate it. The most recent stuff, like after Ant-Man, I was just like, okay, I'm disengaged. But I will be watching Thunderbolts. I am excited
Yes,
about
you
that to come
have
out.
to.
Can we
Florence
talk about
Pugh.
the
Woo-hoo.
yes for Florence? Oh my god! And then her trailer for We Live in Time dropped yesterday with Andrew
Oh
Garfield, and I'm
yeah.
like, oh yeah, I will be watching that. I will be crying. I will be chick flicking that up. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about the text you sent me yesterday where you were like, is it totally neurotic that I have a running list of every movie I've ever
Yep.
seen? I try to update every time I watch another movie.
Or
And then
remember that I've seen a movie that I don't have on the
yeah,
list. And
you
it's
said
really
it's
hard
work
because there's so many on there that I'll be like, oh, did I put that one on? And I have to like use the
go
search
through.
feature and like try to find it.
Yeah. So that's like, he said it's broken up by Disney, Marvel, non MCU, Marvel, and assorted. I'm at
Yeah.
159 Disney movies, 31 Marvel movies, 15 non MCU Marvel movies, and 541 assorted.
It's
I
my
will
top
say,
pinned note, and right
okay.
underneath it is my chili recipe.
Wait, you only have one note? You don't make a note for every oh, okay.
No,
I was about
no.
to say,
There
girl.
is a bunch there. But I'm just saying
Okay.
in my pinned notes, I have my
Yeah.
pinned notes are trying to remember every movie I've ever watched. Chili,
Okay.
shepherd's pie. The word rabbit, which is just like things to my car I want to do.
Yeah.
Disney World visit dates, to be watched list, and my Universal visit dates, which I completely forgot to keep up with, and so that's
Like you would update whenever you've gone to those places?
yeah, so I could make sure I was
Wow.
getting my money's worth. But
Girl.
I
Oh, that's
completely forgot.
smart. I have
But yeah,
SF
here we
era
go.
adventure list
Here we go.
watch. Okay, so I started one of those in Notion, which you would love Notion. Notion is like the notes app, but like more yeah, I can see. Oh my
This is just all
god.
the Disney movies, BT Dubs.
Wow. Oh, you have
And then
Halloween.
Marvel.
Hannah Montana the movie.
Not these are the non MCU
Oh, I
Marvel,
didn't
and
realize
then
those are not MCU Marvels. Okay.
assorted. Some of them have been moved over.
Okay.
And I
Do you
put
have Shrek in
stars
there?
next to like my favorites.
Is Shrek in there?
I'm sure it's in there.
E.T. I just saw E.T.
Yep.
Oh, I haven't seen E.T. in so long. You should organize it by director, like Spielberg,
Oh my god.
Tarantino, Scorsese.
I don't think I've watched that many movies from like
Oh
various
my god,
directors.
you how long have you been building this?
Does it have a start date? It is my last
No, it
updated.
just was your last updated, yeah. Yeah, you can't really see when you started it. I think that's so cool. I will say so I started doing that in Notion. You would love Notion. We'll talk about that later, but it's like it's like an organized version of the Notes app and it has like
Yeah.
the same interface in a lot of ways. Like it looks like the Notes app, but it's just like whatever, more organized. That's why you should have a podcast though, because you're one of those people. Like the guy I listen to, the podcast I love, my favorite podcast is The Big Picture with Sean Hennessy and Amanda Dobbins and whatever guest they bring in. And he has this. He has like a very developed spreadsheet. And partly that's because his job is because he has a film podcast. But it's like every movie he's ever seen, he has it organized by year. He like has a whole thing. And I'm like, low key, like I would love to do that because it's like inventory, too, of like
Yeah.
how you've spent your time,
Yeah.
like, stuff like
Well, because
that.
I mean, there's like, so even just the assorted movies comes up to like 500 something. And if you say that every movie averages out to, if you go generously and say an hour 45
Mhm.
minutes, like you
Yeah.
can, track how many years of your life you've spent
You spent
watching
watching movies.
movies
Not even including rewatches, dude. Like I've
or
seen
TV shows.
or TV shows. How which movie do you think you've seen the most amount of times?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
And what would
Followed
be
closely by
your
Aquamarine.
ballpark? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I can quote Aquamarine. Aquamarine and I see you in Aquamarine and I raise you a Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants.
You watched that movie way more than I did.
I definitely did and that's why I raise you to that, but yes. But yeah, I'm gonna watch that probably tonight because it's summer and that's what I do. My friend just went to Greece, and so I'm like, are you living your sisterhood of the traveling pants life? Yeah. How many times do you think, if you had to get, like, just estimate, how many times have you watched The Nightmare Before Christmas?
Well, all the way through is probably like a trackable number, but I used to put it on and fall asleep to it. So I've seen the
Okay.
first half probably twice as many times as I've seen the last half,
That's
but
so
I've
real.
probably watched it all the way through, no shy of uh, 200 plus times. Like,
Okay.
so, like, I
I
used to
wager
put it
it's
on
more.
every single day.
Yeah.
Every single day.
Even when it
Well,
was
okay,
not
so
Christmas or
at my
Halloween.
mom's house. At my dad's house, I didn't. But at my mom's house, I would put it in the DVD player and fall asleep to it. And so 7 days a
And that's
week
on
for
moms.
half of a year for like 2 years. And then, like, on occasion, I'd just watch it in its entirety as well. So
Mhm.
many, many times.
And that's on moms.